Go. Hey. Come here. Where you going? I didn't say run to the park without me. Hey. I didn't say go to the park without me. Girls. This is not the park yet. Where, Jane? Oh, he got a puppy. So that guy that we just seen, he stopped us. He lives right up here, and he had this he had or has this he's like a husky German Shepherd mix kind of, and he said and we'd go by. It's the boy. He's in some of my videos, and he sit down, and we didn't know his name, the dog's name. I just called him Baby Boy. Stay, and good morning, and of course when we would walk to the park, he'd be in the little fence right there. Stay. And he'd be in the little fence right there. Go. And I didn't say go to the park. I said go. Girls, look at Fluffy. And there's Fluffy. And also, so people, there's Big Fluffy. Hey, Big Fluffy. Hey, Big Fluffy. Hey, Big Fluffy. We love you, baby. That's Big Fluffy. That Big Fluffy, we don't know his name. I call him Big Fluffy. You're a good, beautiful boy. Come on, girl. And so he lives right up here on the other side of this truck. And so the people are whoever, maintenance or whatever, these people they were painting because the front apartment people left, and now they're trying to rent it or whatever. And so they would just open the gates, like these, the gates, like so that was locked, which is good, but you see it's empty. And so he lived right here, and his little cage was right here. And he would be just chilling. Well, so the people they just let him out. They were painting and stuff. Girl, huh? They're painting. And so the guy put him in here in the front because there's nobody living there. At the moment, and he had more. And it was kind of away from like other people doing stuff. But they kept letting him out. Hi, good morning. Sit. No, I'm just trying to teach him manners. Sit. 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 I'll tell you what you do. Let me get some water. Caca. That's caca. Sit. Go. You gotta write it. Have a good day. Sit. Dink, Dink, Dinky. I see that baby. Dinky, Dinky. Dinky. Sit. Sit. Girls. I saw that baby. That lady, she stopped and we talked to her forever. Well, she stopped and was asking me about if I was a dog trainer, and I was like, no. I was like, I was just trying to teach these girls some manners, or well, of course, I teach them or train them, to do like some things or whatever. But I'm not a trainer. And I was like, I told her, Miss Dinky's in rare form. I was telling her, like, what I did with Mary Jane, because she's my first puppy, and well, not just like puppy, first dog I've ever had to try to teach stuff, because I got Nana, and I had her 15 years. I got her when she was about 6, and she would walk without a leash by herself, and she would get in her little box, and she would come and she would sit, and she kind of knew it. I would be like, sit, and she'd sit, and I'd be like, okay, wait, or stay, and she would actually stay, and I snap my fingers, get in the box, or she'd get in the box, or the carrier thing, and I got Cheeto from the shelter, and he was about 3 or 4, and pretty much the same thing with him. I would say come on, and he would come on. I would say sit, and he would sit, and I didn't have to like teach them how to do the stuff. Mary Jane is the first dog that I've had to teach to do anything. And though lots of the stuff that like she knows, it's just instinct, and she just knows. Or I mean has picked it up, you know, because she's super smart. But you know, discipline, structure and stuff, you know, that you pretty much have to teach on your own. Some like discipline, or most discipline and structure isn't their instinct, you know, unless they know, you know, unless it's like routine. That's when you that's why you teach them. Good girl. But so she was asking me, and I was telling her. Well, then she got out of the car. You know, she come over, and she was like, so we stood on the sidewalk right there in the sun. Talking about the dog. But then it went from the dog to like the neighborhood, to from like the neighborhood to just California, to how bad it is, and how, you know, etc. and so on. And damn, it's 9:45. We talk for like an hour or longer, even. But nice lady, really nice lady, and but she kept talking, and I kept talking, and once she got me talking, I'm telling her everything, and then she started saying, she was like, I don't know about something about the Lord isn't finished with you yet. You know, I was like, yeah, I heard that before, but I don't know what it is. So, and then again, we're sitting there in the sun, and I'm burning up, and she's burning up, and she's like, look, I'm melting. I was like, I know. Me too, let's go. So she was like, okay. So she took off, and then of course we come to the park. So, and we've got cheeseburgers at the house. Well, I just got to heat them up and prepare everything, or you know, and we got cheeseburgers. So we're gonna have a good lunch whenever we get home. But because we were sitting there so long talking to her, Dinky, get out of that spot. Don't roll in those spots, nasty spots, nasty girl. So we were sitting in the sun, in the sidewalk though. The girls, they were excited at first because the woman, it's a new person, you know, and but then after we were talking and stuff, they just laid down on the sidewalk and was chilling. And so we had a bottle of water already, because from just sitting in the sun right there. So they got one left. But you hear my voice is getting hoarse, and I got no water. I didn't bring any with me. Again, I forgot in the earlier video. So they were, and it's really hot, but we got a nice little shady spot right here so far because of this tree. Dinky's wanting to go. She wants Mary Jane to chase her now. She's ready. She's like, get me. Oh, you got her tail. I seen that one. You got her tail. And you, what are you whining about? What are you crying? What are you crying? Because she got you. She didn't hurt you. She got you. second bottle. It's the last bottle. And they finished that one. We got to go. And we would, well, if it wasn't had gotten so late, we would finish one, maybe two, and go fill it up again at the fountain over there. You know, so my dogs, said, are like my children, sort of, you know. First, because you got to take care of them. If they get hurt or something, you got to take them to the doctor. You got to pay for them to go to the doctor. You have to pay for them to have treatment, you know, nails done, haircuts, or whatever, baths, or, you know, you have to pay for their food. So that in a way they're like children. You have to teach them. You have to discipline them to teach them like children certain behaviors and stuff. Again, like children. But like my children, to a point, if you hurt my dog, I'm gonna hurt you, or you know, or you know, however you want to look at it like that. Of course, it would be if you hurt my child, I would probably kill you and go to jail and whatever. But whatever. But and in a way, depending on how you hurt my dog, because of the same fact, you know. But my dogs, they sleep with me. They have one side of the bed. I have the other side of the bed. One of them can be on the, well, whatever. They sleep on one side of the bed. I sleep on the other. They have run of the house more than I do, except they don't have thumbs and stuff, so they, you know, are limited. But now, I won't wash their food and water bowls with my dish towels, because those are from my dishes and not dog dishes. I won't use my spoons, like to scoop out food in a can or whatever for them. If I have dog spoon and I have my spoon, or you know what I'm saying. My dogs, they lick and kiss me, you know, and lick, but I don't like and let them lick my face, especially around my mouth or my mouth area. But I don't like them to lick my face, because they're still dogs and they still do nasty stuff, you know, try to eat nasty stuff, lick nasty stuff, or whatever. And just because of that, they don't kiss my mouth or my face too much. They'll try to lick my cheeks and stuff, and I'll let them to a point, but again, towards my mouth and stuff, no. And I've seen people, you know, like be eating ice cream and then let the dog lick the ice cream and then they lick that. Yeah, that will never, you'll never see me do anything like that. If it was in my dog's mouth, it is not in my mouth. Or, you know, and I'll reach in my dog's mouth if they or she or he it's chewing something it's not supposed to. I'll reach in my dog's mouth, again, like a child, to pull it out or to get it out, etc. and so on. If they're sick, or, you know, if something's going on, you know, whatever, and you have to wipe them, you know, like their bottom and etc., or, you know, I will, you know, no problem. When you bathe them, you know, you have to, you know, you have to wash their private parts and stuff, and that's no problem. But yeah, but they're still dogs. They're still animals. So, you know, there's no kissing, again, like a child. You know, and the food stuff again. I don't like finish a plate, like my food. I don't have my food, a plate of food, and then eat my plate or to what I don't want, and then give them my plate. You know, they can lick the plate and stuff, and then I go wash the plate. You'll never see my dog lick or eat off my plates, any people plates. They have dog plates and stuff. that I will transfer, and they will just because they're dogs, and you know, they're still animals, and they have their own, you know. So, but yeah, that's just something about me that some people that know it and have seen it, you know, are like, well, isn't that like your child? And I'm like, yeah, but it's still an animal. It's still a dog, you know, and I love her more than, you know, most people, or, you know, but that don't matter, you know. I'm not gonna let some person, you know, whatever, lick my face or kiss my mouth or whatever either, you know. Just so.